All right, guys. What I'm going to talk to you today about is I'm going to talk first about the cordless drills that we have out there, because these are what we use in the industry most of the time. And the cool thing about these is they run off of a battery. It releases a little button you push here, it releases it, and you can put it back on and click it into place. And the cool thing is you can use several batteries. You don't just have to use one battery. We've got several different types, or several sizes or voltage that you can use. You can intermix them, and they're always improving the batteries as they go along. So this is a good method. A lot of our guys like to use these batteries, and they'll have some charging, so they never stop. They can change from battery to battery as they move forward. There's two types here. We've got the drill that we have that we can put our bit in, and we have our chuck here, and I'm going to loosen it up just to show you on this real quick. The key thing for a safety part of this, guys, is make sure when you put your bit in that it's in there nice and tight in between the chuck keys here, the chuck. It's got three points that it catches on. Make sure it fits in there nice and tight, and when you snug it up, just snug it. Don't over tighten it. You'll have difficulty taking it off, but get it snug enough where it'll stay in place. We can do adjustments on it. We have, it's got a drill mode. That's the one I'm in right now because I'm going to demonstrate drilling. And then I can also set it, there's a 1 through 15, not as much torque set into it, so we can determine that as well. Again, safety here, guys, is make sure you don't drill your hand. You know, don't have your hand on the underside as you're drilling, okay? Wear safety glasses. Make sure they're on. Be safe out there. All right, so when you're working with this drill, you want to check it for forward. As you can see, it's going clockwise. That's forward. There's a button we can push on the other side, make it go counterclockwise. It'll spin the other way. That's to remove the drill bit out of the wood as you're going forward. So I'm going to give a quick demonstration here. Again, I'll check it. I'm moving forward clockwise. I'm going to drill a hole here. When you're drilling with this drill, make sure you hold firmly onto it so you don't hurt your wrist. And I like to put two hands on the drill as I'm drilling. All right, guys, another drill I want to show you. This is a power drill. It actually works off a power cord. It's a 110 plug-in that you use. This is excellent for drywallers because when they like to shoot their drywall screws in, they don't want the drywall screws to go too deep in the drywall. If you cut paper, drywall's not doing its job. It'll sag and it'll fall, and you're going to have a nail pop. You're going to get a pop. There's a certain depth. You just want it dimpled in. So this has an adjustment. And the drywaller will set it to wherever he wants. And when he puts his Phillips screw on here, he can shoot it into the ceiling and put it exactly where he wants, the depth he wants. So he'll get it set. Once he gets it set, it's good for the day. This is what we call a drywall screw. You can also put screws in the floor if you're doing that, but they make other types of drill guns or that you can actually drill screw or put screws in that are on a tape. But a lot of time your drywallers like to use this particular one, and it works off of a 110 power source. And then the other one I like to show you is what we call the hammer drill. And this one actually is designed to go either way. We can drill with it, and also put a handle on it, because I can put my bit in here. The only thing is when I go to tighten this down, we want to use, we use a key. And we put it in here where the chuck is, and we actually can tighten it up. We put the bit in there, and we can tighten it in with this chuck and get it nice and tight and release it, okay? So that's where we use the chuck key. Again, this works off of a 110 power source that we're using here. And the reason they have the handle is because sometimes you got to hold it, especially if you're drilling into concrete. You need to put a little pressure down. Again, the trigger's on the side here. It's got a forward and reverse that we can use. And then also, if you look, there's a little handle. We can click this back and forth. If I click it to the right, it's got a picture here, and that means we're drilling. We're not hammer drilling, we're just drilling. And then if I switch it over and run it off the other side, that's where we're going to use this masonry bit. Put it in here, and we can drill a hole in our concrete. And what a hammer drill does, basically, you kind of feel it, but not much. It's got a up and down motion, because when you're doing concrete, you want it to go, the bit kind of have an up and down spinning, but also a slight up and down motion. So it's pounding into the concrete or hammering itself down in there, and it'll actually drill out much quicker. It'll drill through. So that's why we like to go into what we call the hammer motion. and and that's why we hold on to it, because you are going to get a little bit of a back hammering as it goes. They make them bigger than this. This is just a small handheld one, but they do have much larger ones. And there's other ones we can get. There's an angle drill that they make. So there's different ones we can get. These are the 4 I wanted to show you today. Again, safety first, guys. The safety glasses, making sure you're holding on to the drill. Don't let it get twisted where it'll hurt your wrist. Think safety, and don't drill through your hand. Okay, it's so easy to do. I always say put a piece of backer wood on there if you need to when you're drilling in. It'll protect your hand as well as the back side of the wood as you're drilling through. It won't burr through or cut through. So keep that safety in mind as you move forward. Thank you, guys, and I hope you guys had a good knowledge of what we're doing here. Thank you.